I'm going to do my ruins. I'm going to approach more and more people about a neighborhood paintball. Something to do with your law enforcement. Something has to be done. Police have to get out of your cars and you got to start meeting the people. It's got to stop. First ruin. It's the ruins of Bax from the Howl Hunt. He's got 244,000 subscribers. This guy's a truth teller. He knows my story. Because eventually, once you believe in everything, there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Next ruin. It's God's footprints where he said, I carried you. God always carried me, people. Allow me to carry you into a brighter future. The other side is the fire. I have fire, I have tears, I have everything within me. I'm female. I don't have money to give you. That's why nobody ever liked me. In whatever path, whatever time period I lived, I never had money. That's why I was allowed to come back on Earth over and over again. Because I can see where the boys were killed. It's my eagle. And to all the eagles out there, most of you have been put behind bars for the smallest of crimes. But what Benny Keys does online, you would be put in jail because he's white. He gets to do it. You're all eagles. Let's get you out of jail. You did the same crime as Benny Keys, except for you're black or you're Hispanic. Because I live in the land where broken arrows will find more graves this spring. And I'll take AB Canada down. Because he's part of putting a murder on Darian Brown. All the gamers are. And you all know who you are. There's 10 of you gamers, including crime scenes obsessed. Emma in the UK, you are part of the game. The money making on children, dead children, missing children, blowing bubbles. You have a membership on your line. On you, whatever you do. I don't get money. You do. Pointing a finger at you with 4 pointing back at me because I know my heart is pure. I know yours isn't. Why do you think you're scared the bikers are gonna come? Because I control wolves. I control wolves because they're coming for you. Because that was Sheriff John Walker. And he took down a ring of criminals. And now he's going to take down a ring of YouTubers that made money. Right, sir? Right? 4 ruins. 5th ruin. It's the carpet. It's Steve when he wakes up. It's the cloud. All my abuse is in the cloud for everybody to see, and every video I make, I will reach out to YouTubers that understand what love is, feeding. And he said, when I talked to him, Yeah, my wife's probably watching now. And then he got offline because we talked about food. He was hungry. So when a woman talks about food instead of drugs, you see a loved man. Because he's probably going to go home and make something great for his wife because you can tell he loves to cook. I'd be blessed if I'd buy his sauce off him if he'd allow it. That's where I'd give good money to. Because I know when somebody makes something food-wise, it's with love. Thank you, Dawn. Because he's like Shazam all of a sudden. Sitting back listening to me even though I looked horrible. Because when you don't worry about what you look like, some guys feel a Shazam and go, yeah, she's like my mom. Him sitting back and going, and we started talking about food. Italians are amazing, Portuguese. It's because they run up and they grab you by the cheeks and they kiss you. Whether they know you or not, they can see what love is. Because my bats were blamed for a pandemic. I didn't get to tell them about my story. Unless you've been in a campfire, around a bonfire, and bats come and land on your fingertips. Bats land on my fingertips. Wrap their little wings around my fingers, and you've never experienced it, so don't blame me for knowing how much bats love me. And everybody who puts a bat in a chat, like that's mental torture. Really? Because I know a man that I talked to tonight, just like Griff. Once you let me talk, it's like I'm a lightning bolt. Because people threw a snowball in the United Nations website live and said, let's be a Kimmy. Let's do paintball around your neighborhoods. Come on, police. You know who the guys are that need to do bent out shit? Get out of your cars. Talk to them. Because I will ask this again. Summer, are you in the water? Summer, are you in the water? Oh, okay. Thank you. Benny Keys is the devil. No man. I've sent credible creators now to watch him. Men that in minutes we talk about food, not drugs. So I can tell these men have loving wives and loving mothers and loving families. Because we can spot devils. Right, Benny Keys? Your life cord, your birthday's tomorrow. Last ruin. Because Benny Keys, you called me a snake. And the day you called me a snake is the day I started telling my story, how you said I tried to shoot you. And it's all on your lives. The lawyers see it, the RCMP see it, the DEA see it, the FBI see it, And everybody around you see it because it's popcorn time. Anytime Benny Keys goes live, because he shows his true colors. Because now he's Hitman Blood Money Keys, and with 8 ruins. Italian people, Portuguese people. I'll find my family. Because when you talk about food and you see a guy blush, when you say, oh, I love that you're chunky, I'd rather hug you than a skinny person. Because it means you like to eat, you love to eat, your wife loves to feed you, and you love to feed your wife. Betcha they go home and betcha they have the best meal ever tonight. Because I saw a guy blush because he's got a wonderful wife. Love and light, people. When you meet good people, you can tell. You can tell. As soon as we talked about food, he said, I gotta go, I'll be right back. He's gonna go home and be with his wife. I didn't even have to think about kids. But I know if he's got them, he's a good daddy. I can tell. Because I'm Kimmy Monster in Canada. The ruins are done for night. Does anybody want to talk or just want to hear my ruins? Because that's okay too. Just put me in the algorithm. I'm Ukrainian. I saw Darian Brown get a murder put on him by Benny Keys. And more people that I can say, can I talk to you? And would you check this out for me? And tell me what you think? Because he has a wife there listening too. So that means both of them are going to check it out. So love and light from Canada at locker number 13.